Gon and Kite, one of the most fascinating relationships in the story, as when you compare it to the rest of Gon's friends, you notice there's something different about Kite. Gon is pretty equal when it comes to all his friends with the way he treats them all, as like he said in the Hunter exam during a quiz, he couldn't choose who to save, and how it would be unfair to just save one. And then later in the exam, in the interview with Netero, he tells them he can't choose between Leorio, Kurapika, and Killua, showing Gon really cares about them all equally, though he definitely values Killua more as the story progresses, which is natural as they've been on a journey the entire time, building their relationship more. But with Kite, there's something there that runs deeper than even his relationship with his best friend, and it's one of the reasons why not even Killua could reach Gon in the Chimera Ant arc, and why Gon lost all sense of reason to the point he said awful things to Killua and even gave up his whole life. Is it because he values Kite that much as a friend or a mentor? No. When looking into the relationship more, one has to include Ging, as Ging is the root of it all in this relationship between Gon and Kite. As sad as it is, Gon doesn't just see Kite as a friend. Kite is Jing's validation, a living sign that Gon is on the right path to becoming someone worthy of his father's attention. As many don't realize, Gon has father abandonment issues. Many call Gon a sociopath, and one reason I've seen many call him that is because of how little he cares about his dad abandoning him. But there's a thing called a coping mechanism. It's not that Gon doesn't care, it's that he pretends not to care. He internalized it, turned it into a goal, a fun challenge, but in reality, Ging really fucked up Gon's perspective on the world and on himself. It led to Gon having little self-value with how he rarely cares about himself and gets himself harmed. And that's why Kite holds such a special place in Gon's mind, as Kite was proof that Gon was getting closer to his dad, proof that he was on the right path. Kite wasn't just a friend, Kite was validation, as it was revealed to him that Ging sent Gon to Kite, making Gon have this mindset of, if I can help or save Kite, I'm worthy of meeting Ging. If I failed Ging and don't deserve to meet him. That's the twisted emotional logic Gon falls into. So when Kite dies, Gon doesn't just lose a friend, he loses hope, he loses identity, he loses purpose, and nothing, not even Killua, could pull him back from that. And if you're thinking, I'm reaching, well, the biggest proof is the first words that came out of Gon's mouth when he first met Ging. I'm sorry. Because of me, Kite turned into a little girl. that sentence is fucking ridiculous, but you get the point. The fact that Gon apologizes to Ging is proof enough, showing us how much he needs Jing's validation and is afraid of disappointing him, which has led him to risk his life in the Hunter exam and even go into games like Greed Island because Ging led him there. Gon met every challenge of Jing's because he thinks once he passes them all, he will finally be worthy of meeting his father, and Kite played a big part of creating this image of Ging and is the biggest contributor of creating Gon's relationship with his dad and how he views him, as Kite told Gon so many stories when he was a little child about Ging and how he's basically the greatest hunter out there, talking about him as such an amazing person despite Ging abandoning Gon. Kite didn't say anything about that, so Gon saw nothing wrong with that because someone as amazing as Kite didn't think anything of it and instead calls Ging an amazing person, which is why Gon wants to be a hunter like his dad. As I quote, Kite thinks so. He seems to be prouder of my dad than he was of himself. That's what makes me want to follow in my dad's footsteps. And it's such a sad start of a friendship that I've seen in any media, and this is why after the entire Chimera Ant arc, do we have Kite telling Gon, we're friends now. That's such an odd thing to say, as normally, anyone would be friends within the first day of them hanging out, and Gon and Kite spent quite a lot of time together when they reunited in the Chimera Ant arc, but Kite must have realized it, what he unintentionally did to Gon, as he did learn how he threw his life away to kill Pito. But I feel there's a happy ending to their friendship, as I don't think it's a coincidence that both Gon and Kite were basically reincarnated. Now Gon wasn't, but he was healed by Nanika, which reverted him to how he was in the beginning, and Kite was reincarnated, thus starting a new relationship, as Kite isn't Kite anymore. Thus, Gon doesn't see Kite as just his connection with Ging, but as his own person, which is why I believe Kite said, "We're friends now," showing us that they are both starting over again and actually becoming friends this time. And I find it so fascinating how it started off as a fake friendship and ends with them becoming actual friends. And this is why I find them to be the most fascinating relationship in Hunter x Hunter. So I hope you enjoy my perspective on this take, and I hope you enjoy the video. Look forward to more Hunter x Hunter videos. Bye!